that wind effect? What the hell? Let's get it. Bring it in. Bring it in. Everybody bring it in. Yes, sir. Listen, people. A pleasure to have everybody back, man. Listen, I kind of missed y'all a little bit. I ain't going to lie to you. It was about, there's just a little bit. But nonetheless, hey, guys, we're going to double tap in here. Just a briefing of what the week is to come. Some interesting things, some interesting moves to possibly make. If you've been following along and maybe taking some of those recommendations, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, but personal recommendations that I do as far as how I invest, as far as having your singular portfolio, that's your gambling portfolio, as far as about 10 to 20% of your assets max as far as your money value. Then having a separate portfolio for your long terms and picking up those key companies that I keep screaming: Tesla, Nvidia, XRP, HBAR, Microsoft, Apple, big tech companies with high pricing powers. Guys, we're going to the future, but all I said last time was that there was all this FUD they're pushing in, and this was the time to be buying in on all that, right? Buy in, like, what was the quote? When others are fearful, be greedy. When others are greedy, be fearful. Warren Buffett didn't miss with that, because like I said, all that portfolio agreed. My portfolio full. My portfolio got fat over this term, that everything was supposed to be going crazy, and here we are. It looks like we're going to be coming to what they call a compromise or a deal on the debt ceiling. Surprise, surprise. You mean they didn't write off all that money for banks and bailouts? And y'all think, hey, listen, y'all got to skip over the FUD, but nonetheless, let's tap in this video. I think his name is Ben Levinson. Speaking about the Nvidia, and then we're going to cover over some keynotes just looking in towards the week. If you haven't, go check out the video I posted on, what was that, Friday? Basically, I came up with kind of like a hypothesis or a realization of kind of what the short percentage actually correlates, in kind of like a rough idea of what's actually going on and why it seems like there's no price movement up or down, why you're just going up under clear ladder attacks. But we'll tap back into that. Let's get down to it. Yeah.
And as always, with three things investors ought to be thinking about
Turn
right
this up
now.
with my boy Jay Clark.
Stocks ended the week mixed, but artificial intelligence powered tech stocks higher. Nvidia's huge earnings report got most of the attention, but also Apple and Broadcom announced a multi-billion-dollar deal that helps move supply chains away from China. And weight loss drugs without the jab. Drug makers working on an oral pill version.
They call me Money Montgomery because I don't miss. I'm just telling y'all. And that's why I say, guys, this is bigger than just AMC. I will stand on it again. I say it every video. This is not an AMC channel. Hey, I much love all the support. We're growing, but I know we could be growing much faster if all I was doing was like coming on here just screaming AMC, AMC, AMC. I'm not about to do that, guys. Our whole thing is a broad general overview. Obviously, we're closing out on a chapter of AMC because that's how we came in. But like I said, I got many plays and many ways that we can make money. Over this last 2 years, I've been sitting up here learning, adapting, and figuring out what's going on. That's what we're going to be bringing in. Quality slappers. All right, let's get back down to
their
it.
Injection therapy. On the Barron's Roundtable, my colleagues Ben Levison, Carlton English, and Al Root. Ben, let's start with you on the markets. You know, we said post-COVID, interest rates going up. We're going to see a whole new market, value stocks, but nope, it's all about tech.
Now we're back to 2021 with this market, and I'd just like to say that I was bearish coming to this year. When it comes to the Dow, I was right. The Dow is not doing anything.
That's what it's been this whole time. Guys, I just want y'all to double check on the price movement of tech over the last 10 years. It's funny how media tries to word it, guys. We're going to the Jetsons. Now, I just so happen to be just old enough to have caught some episodes of Jetsons, guys. We're going, which I'm big futuristic anyways, but we're going to the future. We're going to tech. The greatest generational wealth transfer is occurring now, and that's the shift to tech. We're about to become a tech a society. Big stupid space clothes and things like. I promise you that's going to come. But that's what we're moving towards. Hovering cars that drive themselves, AI, artificial intelligence, robot girlfriends. Ain't nobody about to wear, hey lady, I ain't got to worry about you washing dishes. Bot Bay 300 got all that handled. But nonetheless, guys, you've got to see what's going forward. And being an investor, you're investing in the future, not in the past. You go to the future. And companies that aren't going to adapt, hey, watch what occurs with them.
Sent this week, even though the NASDAQ rose 2.5%, the NASDAQ has now outperformed the Dow by 22.5% this year.
22%.
That's the most since the NASDAQ was
the
created
entire
back in the
NASDAQ,
1970s. It's crazy, and it's all about AI. NVIDIA had a huge move when their sales just skyrocketed because everyone's buying AI chips. Other tech stocks went up. Not much else did.
So are you concerned? There's a lot of discussion of the market being too narrow. Does it bode ill for the future if only a few stocks are going high?
Well, it's certainly painful. If you look at large cap fund managers, only 33% of them have actually beaten their benchmarks. And that's because they don't own these big tech.
A key note on that, guys, as well, which correlates also with your hedge funds that are shorting us. There's only 33% of hedge funds that are going green. So one, retail, I know you feel like, oh, damn, I done got spanked off. Hey, guys, first off, the entire market is getting spanked up. You understand? And if you haven't adjusted, that's what everybody's feeling. So that's why I say retail, don't feel stupid. Don't feel dumb. Don't let something move you out of the way of the market. Because one thing I can tell you is if you drop out of this market, right now, it will be the biggest mistake that you ever make in your life. If you allow AMC or any of that to curb your enthusiasm about investing, I guarantee you in 15 years, you're going to be sitting up there looking like a sorry sap. And when I crash that lamb into that yacht and jump out and run across the street, don't say anything to me because you could have been investing in it. But you were able to be flooded out of how real money moves. The four square life, right? You got employed, self-employed, that's an S, investors and business owners. These two right here are going to have to work for the rest of their life because without them being there, that money can't be made. But business owners and investors and business owners, those are the only two where they can be off on a yacht somewhere getting grapes fed to them and money's coming in. That's the second latter half that I'm going to be. Not to say there's something wrong with being an employee or self-employed, but hey, I'm just trying to do the max. I'm trying to max contract. I only get one of these lives, right? So I'm not going to be enslaved to having to run behind a dollar. I want that dollar to run behind me. You understand?
Stocks. And it's possible that we see a situation where big tech catches down to everything else. You look at something like the strong dollar, rising rates, all these things should be bad for tech stocks. They haven't yet, and you can see them weighing on it. But when you look around, you also see sentiment is really terrible. Citi's Levkovich index, used to be called the Panic Euphoria Index, is now in panic territory. And they actually see a situation where people get, where the market just starts to go up because people so hate it, they have no choice but to buy.
Because basically everyone who's sold has already sold, so only the buyers are left.
And then they see these they see the index start to go up, and they know they just have to put their money to work.
All right. So real quick, what are you going to be watching other than the Fed, obviously, and the debt ceiling?
You either get smoked by inflation or you're going to put your money to work.
Well, we have payrolls next week, but I'm really going to be paying attention to something called the ISM Manufacturing Survey. It tells us how the manufacturing economy is doing. It's been pretty bad. It's under 50, which hints at a contraction. But if it continues to rise, which it's been doing, that actually could be good news for industrial stocks.
All righty. Al, so Ben was talking about NVIDIA up $190 billion in market value in a day. That's a 25% hike.
I keep telling these people. But hey, you can miss out on the money if you want to. You can miss out on it. You need to have if you're over leveraged, guys. Not financial advice. I had to make that maneuver. But if you're not holding some NVIDIA, some Tesla, some Apple, some XRP, some HBAR, some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, you need to cut some of that off that pile right there and put it over here. You need to cut some of that pile off of your what should be your gambling account, which should be nothing more than 10 to 20%, and not all of your money in there. You need to start dollar cost averaging in. Now, mind you, with all this FUD that went down, Tesla was at 120, now it's up near 200. NVIDIA was at 290, now we're going up to 400. While all this debt ceiling, they hitting you, hedge funds trying to do this fake thing with AMC where they trying to make the price movement go down just because the market's going down. Guys, watch how it curbs. They poop just like that, and now they have left more retail behind. Now that stock is just a little bit more where they can hold from the haves and the have-nots. That stock is now up $100 more to where it's that much harder for somebody that doesn't have it to buy it. Y'all better watch it.
Was its earnings report
Y'all better be
really
on
that
it.
good?
Yeah, the numbers are just mind-boggling. So, like you said, that's the third largest increase for any stock in history.
I mean, just skip
it's
by.
knocking on the door of $1 trillion.
I know what I'm gonna get.
190, 184
I need
billion.
about 50
That's
mil.
1.5 Intels added in a single day. And like Ben was saying, the sales were just far better than expected. The AI trend that we read about, it's turning into business now. So analysts thought they were going to do something like $7 billion in the second quarter. They came out and said, no, we'll do $11 billion. Wow. And so analyst estimates for 2024 went from like 30 billion in sales to 40 billion in sales.
Write this down, guys. Another company that you want to look at that I haven't bought in yet, but I'm telling you, this is on my watch list. I'm going to pick up a portion of this. UiPath. Now, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, those are one. Tesla, I swear I love Tesla. It's just you get so much exposure to different things, but those are the manufacturers of the chip. So getting that boom, that's big. That's I guarantee you those are gains. But now if y'all want to get y'all to play a catcher, I think it's around about $14. The top programming of the AI is UiPath. Now those are a little bit different. Now I would never classify them as strong as, oh, it's an NVIDIA, the chip maker, but that programming portion of it in the learning of those AIs is going to be a prominent thing. Even Kathy Woods had made a recommendation, and they smashed the earnings and they've gone down on price. And that's one of those things where I look at things like that lets me know that they're letting that thing hold while big money loads in. $14. Y'all go look at it, do your due diligence. Now, I'm just putting the names out here. Like I said, y'all write all these names down. I'm telling you, let's see if they go green. Let's see it by the end of 2023 if they green, right? Because I want to earn y'all's trust, right? I'm not about to just, let's go look. No, hey, you can be like, hey, money making money over here. You hear me? Now let's get down to it.
It has to be one of the.
But I can talk about this all day. I'm sorry.
These things, but it has to be some sort of record for a mega cap stock where everybody was that asleep at the switch, and so the stock went crazy. To put it in context, Pierre Ferragut at New Street Research basically said,
NVIDIA could become first chip stock worth $1
in sales
trillion.
for NVIDIA in 27. They're going to do 40 this year. People thought they were going to do 30 at the beginning of the year. So we're talking about a $70 billion opportunity, all because of AI.
That's momentum.
They just made $100 billion.
And Apple, what is the takeaway from that
A
deal?
move of $100 billion.
In 2001 committed to something like $420
all
billion
of these are
in
squeezed. I'm
investment
telling
in
you
the
now.
US. Bringing supply chains back.
Untapped.
That is more of this. So it's the reshoring, taking business from Asia, bringing it back to the U.S. to sort of secure
There's so much
those
money
supply
made.
chains.
50%.
So Carlton, if tech is all about AI, pharmaceuticals all about weight loss.
Yes, it is. It's about a $90 billion industry when you look at some of these new drugs out there, Ozempic, Wegovy, used to primarily treat diabetes, but also have the effect of taking care of obesity. And right now we have other drugs that are coming onto the market or looking to come onto the market. Right now, a lot of these drugs are in the kind of injectable form, very expensive, costing costing patients about $1,000 a month. But there is some hope that we might get a pill form of some of these drugs coming soon.
Now, nobody wants to jab themselves with a needle, but also most people don't want to spend $1,000 a month.
And this is why I'm investing in tech, guys. We are getting so lazy as a population. Tech is just the answer to everything. Tech is going to come through as a sweepstake. Oh, wait, you mean I don't have to walk? I can just stand on this board right here and it'll drive me? I'm just telling you.
Odds that insurance companies will pick
I don't
want
to press the gas. I want the car to drive for me.
Of it where, insurance companies do not want to be picking up that big bill, obviously. That could actually cause a spike of 50% for some employers. But there are also costs to obesity, where the estimates for that annually are about $1,600 a year. So it really just comes down to the math. As there's more competition in the space, more drugs, maybe some of the costs of those will go down. And then also maybe some insurers will realize it might be worth it to pay up.
And in Hollywood, meanwhile, people will pay whatever it costs.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Guys, like I said, we don't miss. Now, we're going to make this quick so this ain't a 50,000-minute video. But y'all know, listen, I love this. And like I said, I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for giving me the opportunity to do. Because I can't talk with anybody but y'all. Like I say, this not, you go out, it's just regular ham and egg conversation. Did you see what Blueface said? I don't care. I want a Lamborghini. You talking about, listen, but nonetheless, guys, coming in, Lou versus Wall Street. I love the guy. Like I said, this is one of the people that when I broke off of my trades fanatic, when I started realizing, wait a minute. Oh, hell no. But Lou versus Wall Street made two pivotal points. I was thinking this already, but I just love confirming it with somebody who has been doing this. Like I said, I've only been doing this for like 3 years. That's somebody who's tenured. That's an old head in there, right? So I'm one of those people where I always take those lessons. I don't look at somebody older and just miss up on that knowledge. That's stupid. But one thing I've learned is trend is coming up. And like I said, love everybody. Hey, if you're gay, you're gay. That's cool. But my thing is, I don't like agendas. I don't press my sexual orientation on people. So I don't feel like anybody should be able to press their sexual orientation, especially when you're talking about going through kindergarten and learning things where you learn about the birds. That's nonetheless, we're not getting too problem. But what I am going to do is take my opportunity to make my money. Like I said, capitalist, baby. Any of this stuff that's popping up, Bud Light, Target, these are great short positions to open, guys, as far as making money. Just throwing that idea out there, like I said, they lost $9 billion in a week. Bud Light is in shambles, right? If y'all see these people that are popping out with these, because people are kind of getting tired of the agenda pushing right now. As we're getting more and more to this election, hey, we don't know how it's going to go, but I can tell a lot of people are just fed up with everything that's occurred. They're fed up with how the government's moved, the fraudulence, the agendas. They're fed up with it. But these are great ways to make more income off your portfolio. And like I said, this should be in that. Actually, this would be in your gambling swing trading play portfolio. Don't actually intermingle that with your long-term plays. But this is a great place to kind of open up a short position on these things. Like I said, not financial advice, but just things to keep in your mind. Do your own due diligence. But if y'all catch this trend, y'all see this stuff pop up on companies, just know there's an opportunity for money to be made there. As you see, they were up at 155, dropped down to 139. What is that? 4% drop. But that's that make you a decent amount of cash in the short position, depending on how much you open up on it. But guys, putting it on down, just some coverage as far as what we already know. Everybody can see here, we are barcoding our pants off. What is it? Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Nothing's happening. There's no correlation. This, like I said, this is nothing but algo suppression. But one thing I can do, if y'all do, is go check out my previous video where I kind of linked together what I believe is going on and how this is occurring. We're seeing that 500,000 shares are relevant. 51% cost bar relevant. All that's fake. That's fugazi. These numbers are completely trash. But one thing that which correlated with everything I was saying, as far as y'all go check out the video, 100% of the stock's being utilized. 100% of the stock is being sent to dark pool. There's no buying or selling going on. And I showed proof of that in the previous video. But here we are where y'all are saying, oh, where's the price go down? Well, so here we are spiking up to now some of the highest short percentage that is going on. So 71% of the stock was shorted on the 25th. 26% of the or 61% of it was short on 26. Y'all are seeing this number rise, and that correlates with that fugazi. What's going on now is this is how they're pushing those synthetics in and creating that false downward pressure. Nobody's buying, more or less, they're not allowing buying to occur. Guys, do not get caught up in this price range. I'm telling you now, how desperate and blatant they're being with this is let me know they're in a hard rock position. This is not how you move as a hedge fund. You've got hedge funds are way over leveraged. They're already talking about how they would have to be bailouts, right? Hedge funds are vastly over leveraged right now. That's a stipulation. I've realized why all this stuff has been allowed to happen. Just put two and two together, that all the treasury's money, the treasury money is in these hedge funds. So they can't just let that hedge fund implode, because it's going to sink the treasury as well. So these hedge funds are holding the SEC at gunpoint and us at gunpoint and themselves at gunpoint. Whoa! Talk about too big to fail, but this is something where it's like, okay, they're being squeezed so much that everything's coming out the seams. You starting to see the truth is coming out on media. Y'all go look up right now, hedge funds leverage issue. Hedge fund leverage crisis. And we probably might talk about that in the next video, but everything's kind of spilling and rolling in. Like I said, we are 20% short interest, fake. And then there's 7.61 days to cover, fake. Obviously, like I said, there's no possible way for that to occur. Y'all are borrowing, what is it, 3 million, 4 million shares? How, Sway? So you took 4 million shares and all you got is 500,000. You're short at 71%. The short interest is rising literally in the dark pool. How could the short interest drop? Hey, look. Hey, listen. Any hedge fund that's listening, you're going to have to do better than that. You're going to have to do better than that. You're looking real weak and trashly right here. You're looking real weak and trashly, and you're giving retail a little bit too much time to order some things around. Hey, money family. What we say, money mafia. Y'all, consider the other view, and the other view being my view. You need 2 portfolios. One for your momentum gambling, and it should be nothing more than 10% to 20%. 20% if you got that money is coming in. If you know, hey, if this go, all right, I know I can refurbish it, right? But 10 to 20% of the money that you have. The other 80% should be in your long-term portfolio, divided amongst. I'm heavy tech, so I can't tell you specifically how you should do this, but I just know holding something like VTII with something that's stable for your money is also going to give you a marginable money. Don't play with that margin. I just have marginal money as a safe gate. If something ever happened in my life, I know I can borrow off my account and protect myself without even having to touch my money. So that's one part. And I know that money's not going to fluctuate and sway. But then now growth stocks, I'm telling y'all now, guys, and I just keep screaming, y'all are watching the price of this stuff happen here. Tesla. We about to close it out here quickly. Tesla. Look at the movement in the day. Open up an option on that. 5-day. Year to date. Look at that. What is that? 2019? Come on now. But hey, y'all talking about squeezes. Look at that. Guys, all right. Hey. It don't take a brain scientist. I'm gonna keep dropping it down. Guys, much love. Love y'all boys for all the support. I appreciate y'all for allowing me the opportunity to be able to kind of bring my portion to it. But like I said, I want to bring real facts and things like that are kind of beneficial to retail. There's a lot of, and not to knock anybody else's a way of making a living or how they want to run their YouTube, but I got tired of going on YouTube, and it's kind of like I didn't get any information from when I type in my AMC stock news. You know, you kind of getting like a lot of, I think, and hey, show me some real concrete information and let's roll it with that. But there's a lot of people that aren't really actually getting versed in the market, so all they can do is talk about one thing. They can't. There's no teaching. There's no skill brought to. There's no, hey, here's how we're gonna recap our money. I'm telling you, Money Montgomery channel, y'all gonna get the money back. I put it on everything. We're waiting for this AMC to close out. I guarantee. Another thing, Lou vs. Wall Street, Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBYQ. Y'all might want to buy in that. They have it up here. They'll show it to you. They will. Up at 28%, at 28 cents. I bought in when it was at 19 cents, guys. Another way to kind of recap your money. Like I said, y'all want to do your due diligence on it, but a slow or a quick overview of it is the simple fact that it's in chapter 11, right? Which is not something that it's the end of it, you know. There's a possibility of this stock being able, you're buying it at cents, right? And this thing, you gonna go at $1,000 and no crazy. Hey, I hit it with 500. I hit it with 500. That's more than enough shares, right? But if you're talking about a stock that was at $53, right? $53, $76, $100, $80, right? That could have a comeback, and with places like Target playing around, this is one of those opportunities where it's like, this is what I put in my momentum, right? These are kind of places where it's like, there's a lot of money to be made. And last point, one of our family members asked with Mullen, was there a dividend? Yes, they actually let out a dividend. I think it was on the 15th of last month. So you might, if you didn't buy in before that, or if you weren't holding it before that, you won't have. But if you were, you need to go check with your broker. You should have some blank things down there that say 00425 cent or something like that's the name of it. Where it's basically just a new 8 for Mullen. So those are gonna get converted into real shares. That's what they're using right now to trade on Mullen. So watch your neck with that, guys. You got to I would do AMC all over again, because now I got all the tools. We ran through that game and we kind of saw what it was, right? So now I know what to look for, right? You got 10 years of experience in 2 to 3 years. But if you didn't capitalize and you're not watching how to do, so they think they're gonna reverse split us, huh? Nope, not me. No, sir. Hey, I jump out and jump back in, but I'm not gonna ride it through I'm keeping that money protected. Y'all played us with the 8 thing. We didn't know. Nobody had any idea. It was the first thing. Now look who's following suit. Mullen, da. And it's all just massively overshorted companies, right? But guys, much love. Hold it down. Go check out the description. Get y'all's ballot crypto storage. If you don't have one, we purchased off Uphold. There's a video in my crypto playlist of how to purchase off Uphold. Move it to your cold storage. I love ballot. Legendary X's and my recommendations as always, baby. Hey, listen, love y'all boys, and y'all already know what's coming next, don't you? Don't you know what's coming next? Yes, sir.